Hi, good morning. It's Kelly Daubach, Executive Business Coach for healthcare professionals and healers looking to start or grow their existing business. It is Monday, August 1st, the start of a new week, a new moon, and amazing astrological energy to embrace change. And I wanted to start out and help everyone recognize when something comes to you intuitively. There's a big opportunity right now to embrace the positive energy of change without resistance. And there's a time in every new moon cycle that there is a period where we have the opportunity to put intentions out into the universe and to receive them in abundance. And we want to do that without resistance because, of course, resistance blocks the flow of everything that we want to come into fruition, into our reality. There's big, like I said, opportunity to receive this guidance, but you want to make sure that the guidance and the change is coming from your intuition. And so intuition feels like something that you couldn't place from a place of learning. You can't place it on a TV commercial. It's an idea that comes to you from a place of complete originality, and it really resonates, something that it would even perhaps be difficult to explain to someone else. But it comes to you from your source beingness and from your creativity. Comes from the heart, not from the mind. So if it's something that, like I said, is being told to you that you should do this, you should do that, it is the right thing to do. Everyone else is doing this. Those are things that are coming from our mind. But when we practice in meditation or we practice our mind, sometimes it comes to us when our mind is just quiet and in the present moment. Those are great opportunities to reflect and check in with our intuition on some changes that we are aligned with our growth. So set your attention for this week. Monday mindset this week. I'm telling you, the energy this week is to create your intentions or your goals, visualize them, create affirmations. I'm going to go through a couple of tips for affirmations. Meditate on it, get curious about it, look for different viewpoints on it, and be with it daily. Heck, even sleep with it. Put it under your pillow. Have fun. Make this a truth that you desire and that you know that you deserve. So setting affirmations, the first tip that I will give you is to create it in the present tense. If you're walking around saying, I want to earn more money, or I want a new job, or in the future, I will lose 10 pounds, or I want a supportive spouse, those things are created because you want it and you are wanting it. But you have to understand that in order to actually get to the next level beyond wanting, it is I am experiencing, I have created in the present tense. So I have a new job, I have a successful business, I have lost 10 pounds. And our mind wants to look for the evidence right away when we put something in present tense. And how that will benefit you is that when you do put that truth into your consciousness, then your mind will start bringing the solutions that will make it true. So this is actually your way to find evidence from the future in the present tense as opposed to the past tense. So make sure that your affirmation or your goal is in present tense. Number 2, be somewhat specific. Go as far as you feel comfortable and sees reasonable and logical for you to believe. Because you don't want to create, I have $1 million if you don't have $1 million, right? You want to make it something that is, I have 10%, a job that creates 10% more income. I have 5 hours a week that allows me to be flexible and work from home. Whatever that is that allows you to attain just a bit more stretch towards your goal towards freedom and towards what you actually deserve. So rather than I want a job with more flexibility, I have a job that allows me to be home more than I am now. I have opportunity to increase my income by 15%. I have a partner that is supportive of my professional goals rather than I just have a partner that's supportive. You want to be specific. Okay, number 3, use words that excite emotion. So when you're in this state, you're in this creation, you've got your new job, you've started a successful business, you have the freedom to travel for the next month, whatever that is. What is it feeling? It's probably a feeling of joy, of freedom, of I'm in love with my new job because there is a sense of belonging, a sense of culture that aligns and excites me, excitement, joy, etc. Use those types of words, those emotions that you feel when you're in this reality to check in and make sure that your affirmation really stirs up those feelings. So a couple of examples. I'm in love with a new job that pays me 10% more and allows me to be the best parent to my kids. I'm so excited and joyful that my partner supports me in my professional or personal changes. Those are things that really draw your interest, which draws attention. Attention is drawn by curiosity and interest. Number 4, on the end of your affirmation, describe your why. Your so that, right? And anything that we are changing, if it's coming from our intuition, it should be aligning a bit more closely with who we are and our values. And so when you see this change as a way to align with who you are, your why and that actual alignment accelerates it into the creative power of the statement. So for example, I have my dream job. Your dream job, for a value standpoint, may be that you want to feel appreciated. You want to feel valued, needed, and be on a supportive team. Maybe those are your values. So you add the term dream job, and that's what resonates for you. Maybe spending time with your kids increases your well-being, your connection to your heart, your mind, body, and spirit. That's a value to you, your well-being. So putting in your why, if it's when it's in alignment with your values, is going to help create that affirmation statement. And number 5, look for resistances and blocks that come up, right? Of course, we say this and we want to believe where we are, not where we want to be, because that's where we have all of the facts and that's what's keeping us stuck. But get curious about where your blocks and your mental obstacles are coming up from. It's probably coming up from a past experience that you've had that's telling you that is truth and that is the only way that it can happen in the future. It's coming from a teaching, whether it be formal or informal, i.e. in education or through an upbringing or perhaps through a mentor, or it's coming from something that you've read, something that you believe to be true that is conflicting with what you want to create. And you, as the creator of your own reality, beliefs, affirmations, and mindset, can have the opportunity to change it all. You can actually change it all, but until you know what needs to go and what's out of alignment, you'll be continuing to experience the same reality. So once you have addressed all 5 components, you should have a very strong affirmation, and it is the one that you read, you put on the wall, you meditate, especially this week, guys. This week is a great time to put these intentions out into the universe and to bring that change. And once you feel that change coming in, it can happen in immediately. Be open to it. Be open to it. Have fun with it. Embrace the change, and be joyful about it, because what you put out comes back to you immediately. It's just a matter of how powerful you can create using these techniques. Wishing you all a successful week. And I'd love to hear some of your affirmations if you're willing to share in the comments. Namaste.